Let's see some properties on averages. So assume that we have n elements, a1, a2, a3, so on, an elements. Now if I try to find out the average of all these n elements, it is nothing but we know that a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on plus an divided by n. So this is the average of n elements, right? Let us say the average I got is a. Now what would happen to this average a if I increment every element by, let's say, k, which means if all these elements to all these elements, if I keep on adding k, then what happens is, see, if I try to add k to everyone, then it is going to be a1 plus k, isn't it, plus a2 plus k plus so on plus an plus k divided by n, right? Now we can separate it into two terms. One is a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus so on an divided by n, plus case will be n case will be there, therefore nk, right? Now what can I write it? It is going to be a1 plus a2 plus so on plus an divided by n plus nk by k means k. So this is new average. So therefore the new average is old average plus k. So when I increment all the values by k, then the new average will be old average plus k, right? And what about the decrement? If I decrement all the values by k, then the new average will be old average minus k. Got it? And now if I try to multiply all the elements by k, then what happens? See, so instead of a1 you will be writing k into a1, k into a2, so on plus k into an divided by n. Now what do you get? If you take out k as common, then it will be a1 plus a2 plus so on plus an divided by n. Now this entire thing is going to be average, right? So when you multiply every element with k, then the new average is going to be k into old average. Got it? These are the important points you should remember. So what is it? When you increment all the values by k, the new average you get will be old average plus k. If you delete, then it is going to be, if you decrease every element by k, then new average is going to be old average minus k. If you multiply everything, it is going to be old average into k, right? Now if you divide all the elements by k, it will be old average divided by k. Got it? Okay. Now along with this, we can see one more thing here. Let us say, see, how did we find out the average? We are finding out the average by using this sum, a1 plus a2 plus so on plus an divided by n. This is how we are finding out the average a, isn't it? Now you can also do it in a other way. So which means you can divide into groups and you can find out the individual values, averages, and you can find out the total average. So what I mean to say is, now I can divide it like this: a1 plus a2 plus so on plus ak. K items I can group it together and I can call it as a group, and the remaining k items and the remaining items. So how many items will be there? If the total items are n, out of which k items, if I group them together, the remaining items are going to be n minus k, which means a, k plus 1, so on, an, right, divided by n is going to be your actual average, right? Now what will be the average of these k elements? If I divide it with k, it is going to be the average, right? So which means for this group, I'll just divide it with k and then multiply with k. And for this group, I'll just divide it with n minus k and then I'll again multiply with n minus k, right? Now what is this average of the k elements? What is this average of the remaining n minus k elements, right? Therefore you can write the actual average a as k into average of those k elements plus n minus k into average of those n minus k elements divided by n. So the same formula you are going to see. So here also down base also I can write it as k plus n minus k, isn't it? So the same formula you are going to see in allegations and mixtures. So where if we have a group of n elements and if we have a group of m elements, right, then what is the overall average? For the group of n elements, let us say the average is an, and the group of m elements, let us say the average is am, then the total average is going to be divided by m plus n. Got it? So this is the formula that we got in allegations and mixtures. So anyway, since we are talking about averages, I have again derived it here, right? So sometimes what they'll ask is, they'll say that the entire group average is something, and then a part of the group's average is something, and then they will ask you for what is the average of the remaining group, right? Which means the entire average is something, and the part of the group's average is this, and that part will be given, k will be given and ak will be given, and then they will ask you what is the remaining group's average, remaining part's average. Then you can use that formula and you can get it. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177. And IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is, we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.